You're going to lay in the bed you make. You're not going to get away with nothing in terms of the energy. You know what I mean? The energy is always going to return to you. So when you just living in this cycle of being negative all day and just putting out negativity and that's the only energy you putting out, it's going to return to you in a different form than you put it out in. So I would just say, master your energy. Do your best to master your energy and what you put out, and unless that's what you want, because you entitled to whatever you want to create, whatever experience you want to create for yourself. But if you're tired of that shit, adjust the energy. You know what I mean? As best you can. Adjust what you wake up thinking and what you say. And then lastly, what you do.
Hey everybody, it's me, MeganA'Nya, and you're listening to the Worldwide Diary Entry, #Dear Broken Adolescent. Let's kick back, get comfortable, and get into today's episode. And welcome back everybody, and to the new supporters and listeners and followers. Hey, I'm Megan. So yeah, let's get into it. What does it mean to crash out to you? So our new generation, we have a lot of new lingo, TikTok just be pouring out slang, but crashing out has stuck with me. So what does that mean to you guys? While you guys think about that, I'm going to share my current day crash out build up, or like just that feeling and definition of what crashing out means to me. See, the difference between this season and season 1, we didn't know any better season 1. But now that we have a lot more knowledge and a lot more wisdom, it's kind of hard to just let yourself fall again or hit rock bottom when you're on the rise or on the come up and just, knowing better, so doing better. So like I said, it's kind of hard letting yourself fall again. We have been through all these intense emotions before, the ticking bomb of anger, the shortness of patience, the not really caring attitude, and the unmotivated feeling. But again, knowledge, wisdom. See, personally, I am going to stress this until the end of time. I refuse to fail. I refuse to lose against myself. I am determined to just, conquer myself, teach myself things that I've never known before. So failing to me is not an option, but dang, life just be lifing. Like, life just be hitting different sometimes. So, it'd be feeling like you can't catch a break, rather that's mentally, emotionally, or physically. But listen, no matter what you're going through, understand that you are overcoming, because God promised me that everything attached to me wins. So the fact that you're listening to this podcast and taking the steps to grow shows that you are trying and that you are putting forth effort and that you're you care about your life. So make everything worth it. You only lose when you don't try. But that crashing out feeling really be knocking at my door. Personally, don't think that I'm crazy, but to me, when I'm about to crash out, I'm mentally fighting myself. Like, Megan, stay calm. It's gonna be okay. Like, I'm coaching myself on a daily basis, and I'm just trying to get through it, but this is all going on in my head, and literally nobody would ever know. Like, if I didn't say anything, you would never know that I'm fighting myself on a daily basis, but we all go through that, and we all experience that. And that sounds sad, but it's honestly healthy. I'm not allowing my emotions to overwhelm me. I think I have a sense of control over it, but That's currently, I don't have all the answers right now, and that's okay. And that's all a part of it. But don't confuse crashing out with bottling your emotions up, because that's not what I'm doing. In the midst of all of these intense emotions, I'm still journaling, I'm still working out, sharing my thoughts with people that I trust. And the reason I haven't crashed out is because we know better. So now we're applying the knowledge and acting on it and creating healthy habits. That's wisdom. So now if you look at it as a whole, we're really just going through the test one last time and doing it right this time, because we've worked so hard for this victory. Whole time the intense emotions that we're feeling are growing pains. Growing pains are the reminders during our journey. Now that we are aware of what they are, we can approach our emotions differently and be more at ease while doing so. Growing pains are, I'm reading, I'm putting in the effort, I'm working in and out every day and doing all that I know to do, but I still kind of feel off, or I still don't feel as happy as I thought I would be. Or I'm trying, and not every day is a bad day, but I still get angry some days. I still, feel like I need to cry, or feel all of those emotions that we went through season 1. Growing pains are those moments in life where we thought we were over it until it happens again. But now that you are aware, you can identify your emotions and the reason for them. So you're able to understand the deeper reasonings and find a sense of closure, understanding, and, more guidance towards that inner peace that we all desire. And, that calm life and just understanding ourselves and knowing ourselves. To be honest, as a generation, and this is my personal opinion, I feel like there is no winning. Not saying, oh my gosh, as a generation, we're doomed. No, that's not what I'm saying. I just feel like if you're not one of those people who don't really care about social media and you kind of just do your own thing, have your own little life, then we're all low-key wrapped in this false reality. And I know that's cliche to say, but I have personally been taking steps to be intentional and actually paying attention to the differences between my own habits. And I deleted social media for a good 2 weeks, and instead of being on social media, I forced myself to read. And things that I notice is time goes by so much slower. I found myself randomly picking up my phone and looking at it, but then realizing, oh, ain't nothing on here for real. Nobody texted me, and I would put it back down. Or just sitting down and focusing on a book is so much more of a task than scrolling on TikTok. Then then I got back on it, and I was just bump reading and kind of got back wrapped into that unproductive cycle on my free time, instead of keeping the habit of reading my book and being consistent. So being intentional about how I spend my time and where I spend my time has been an eye opener for me personally. But what I also notice is the false reality that social media gives us can be draining when we don't even realize it. Not because we desire to live the lifestyle that we see on social media, just because we are exposed to so much within the matter of seconds. So now when it comes to us actually using our time wisely and putting forth the energy towards tasks that we find ourselves, unmotivated or feeling drained or not knowing why we feel like I don't feel like doing that, or just not doing as much as we wish we could do. And I'm not saying social media is the root of all bad things and we don't spend our times wisely. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, as a generation as a whole, we gotta better ourselves in some areas and kind of Stop paying so much attention of what other people got going on and actually spend time with yourself and actually, enjoy your presence. What do you like to do? What are things that you are interested in? What are ideas that you came up with or created from your brain and not what you've seen on TikTok or Pinterest? So if you have a goal, follow them. If you want to start a brand, spend the time doing the research, make it happen. You believe that you're going to be wealthy, use your spare time and dedicate that time towards that. You want to have more friends, go out more, guide yourself, take a step of bravery and have conversations and meet new people. But be safe. You cannot trust everybody that you meet. Keep that in mind. Okay, so just to get a little personal, I got to a place where my brand wasn't exciting because I wasn't going through anything for real. Until I got to a place where my podcast was what I needed to listen to. Even though I didn't necessarily feel broken, I could relate to where I was coming from when I first started the podcast. I found myself slowly falling and feeling more and more upset as the days would come. And if I didn't change my situation, I was going to mentally crash out because my emotions were so on go at that point. But season 1 saved me and led me to where I am now, and I'm still learning, but I'm so thankful for this space, for this platform, and just for the creativity behind all of it. Because now that I know better, and back then I learned better, I'm able to do better. And now that I'm taking it day by day, I'm not so much about to crash out, more like I have to learn how to be patient. In a place where I'm growing out of adolescence, I'm not really broken, but I kind of feel stuck, but I'm calm. What's harder? Going from peace to a deep place, or going from a deep place and not being able to recognize peace? As a person who can speak for those who are coming from a deep place and not being able to recognize peace, it's a daily task. But just as big of a task as going through your day with a heavy heart. But when we recognize, you don't have to fight anymore. With knowledge comes understanding. You get to a point where you see things a bit differently and you understand things more, so now you know how to move accordingly. But you never forget what rock bottom feels like. Season 2, we are taking it all on the chin and staying focused. Don't take it personal, take it as it is, and move accordingly. Just to switch gears a little, through this stage of my life, a goal of mine is to be more social and, to better my people skills. But boy, oh boy, I don't know, I just do better staying to myself. But that's unrealistic. So back to the when will you recognize you don't have to fight anymore. That has been a big thing for me. I have a feisty approach sometimes, and when it comes to other people, some people take it as an attitude, but it's just me protecting myself, which is not that big of a deal. I'm not protecting myself from in an unhealthy way. I'm not walking around with an attitude. I just have gained and learned to be overly protective about my space because I've worked hard to be here. Mentally, emotionally, I have had my fair share of long nights and heavy hearts and, just long days. So, just let me warm up to you. But I had to understand that 1, everyone is different. 2, you never know what people are going through, and your energy could make or break their day. And 3, not everyone knows you or knows how to take you at first. And this is the dilemma with the social perspective of healing. It's so many point of views. Everyone has a perspective and an opinion. Not gonna lie, facing that dilemma grinds my gears. I don't do well with unnecessary and unasked for perspectives, and I'm working on that. And I can't be closed off to it because, that's not how I want my heart posture to be. Within that being said, at the same time, I make people also feel really safe, and people tend to trust me because I have a caring personality behind all the feistiness. And I had to realize that I don't have to be at war anymore. I am in control of my situation. I have a choice, and so do you. Be intentional. Now, me being transparent, my living situation has allowed me this place in my life, and I'm so thankful for that. Now, this is the worldwide diary entry, so no one goes unseen or unheard. For that being said, for those who are going from peace to a daily heavy heart. Dear broken adolescent, you are so strong and you are so beautiful and you're so brave. And I thank you for being here every day. Everyone has their own story, but listen, great things comes to those who keep fighting and who keeps holding on. Whatever it is that you are facing, be brave and face it head on with confidence and your head held high. One day it will all make sense, and maybe it won't. If crashing out is the only way you can release those heavy emotions, then go for it if it's your last resort. But personally, just so you don't feel alone, my long nights consist of screaming into pillows and punching my bed over and over and over again. So however you need to get that emotion out, go for it. Be yourself. If you need to go get a piercing or something, go for it. Please be safe because you matter. Whoever is listening to this and you can relate and understand this, understand that you matter to someone. So having a drastic change in your life has its effects, but that's all a part of the journey. Once you take that pen and start writing your own story, hopefully for the better, life will get a lot more easy and calm. Overall, peace is what you make it. As long as you are at ease and find joy in that space of your life, that's all that matters. For those who can't catch a break, you aren't going unseen either. I have a couple of people who I know are doing their best, but they are the best people. And life always seems to hand them challenges, but those are the most bravest people I know. So keep going. Their strength and ability to keep being consistently and just keep going. And just keep going on your worst days. I wish nothing but greatness over all those who can relate. Something great is coming. But don't crash out. Just grow and apply the knowledge because that's what learning is about. This is an everyday thing. And this is, the most of my current day conversation that I'm probably having recently and consistently. So, but that's all I have. Love, Megan and I hope everyone who feels like they're crashing out, just hold on a little bit longer and just keep your cool and, guide yourself. And even if you feel like crashing out after you just hit rock bottom, just understand that everything from now on is going up. Something great is coming. Believe in everything. Believe in yourself. And just make your dream come true. Whatever you want your life to be, you make it. You make it that. Be proud, be confident, be optimistic, and just learn from other people. Learn from yourself. Take the initiative. Be intentional and just pick you because that's what I had to do. I had to pick me. In season 2, I'm picking me. I'm picking MeganA'Nya, and I want everyone who's listening, who's following and going along their journey to pick you. Whatever makes you smile, pick that in the morning. Whatever song makes you dance, turn that on every day. But that's pretty much all I have for this episode. I know I've been, not consistently posting, but I'm back and we're going up from here. No breaks. But love, MeganA'Nya. Talk to you guys later.